everyone, this is Godzilla Wolf 1 and I am back with another Skylanders SuperChargers live stream. And this is our fourth adventure with the Skylanders, so we'll see how that's going to go. But I will share this out. Did have in the meantime, Wormlings is technically over, so I won't have any more updates on that for a while. But we'll say I am enjoying this. One thing I considered was actually doing a D&D campaign that's literally Skylanders, but D&D. Because it wouldn't actually be that difficult. When you really get down to it, Skylands, all you have to do is adapt Skylands into a D&D setting. You're pretty much good, because most Skylanders, with some exceptions like Terrafin, you could kind of just flavor existing characters into. Like, for example, you could make Stormblade an Aarakocra. I can never pronounce it. Is it Aarakocra or Aarakocra? I cannot pronounce it. Like, she would fit as an Aarakocra. You just flavor her wingsuit as just being, you know, the wings as her wingsuit. So I will admit, I'm not sure how well I would do with trying to voice Chaos. I am not entirely sure how well that would go. Like, yeah, a lot of them are dragons, but there are plenty of homebrew play as dragons races, and I'm gonna be honest, I think you could probably get away with just reflavoring a Dragonborn. Like, I don't think it's actually that hard to play as like a young dragon in D&D. Because, like, okay, say you wanted to play as Sunburn, for example, in D&D. Just go with a red Dragonborn, you know, a chromatic red Dragonborn. And, you know, you'd have to take certain feats and subclasses. I'm pretty sure there is a subclass you could take to allow you to be a pyrokinetic teleporter. I'm pretty sure that is a fairly easy thing you could accomplish. Okay, I know, Fey Touched plus, like, Draconic Bloodline Sorcerer. There you go. You have plenty of fire options that way. The Sorcerers get plenty of fire options anyway. Like, easy. You just flavor it as him being quadrupedal, because the dragons can all stand on their hind legs and use their limbs to manipulate stuff to begin with. The Necromancer Wizard for Cinder, you know. Like, it feels like it'd be a very easy thing to do. I'm not sure how you would do Terrafin with, like, existing stuff, but I'm pretty sure you could, like, do Circle of Spores Druid for camo, or, you know, there's lots of options for how you could do that without actually having to homebrew a gosh darn thing except the setting. Like, you could just make Chaos either a warlock or sorcerer, depending on if you... Like, that's the thing, by D&D standards, in the game, Chaos is a warlock, because it's explained in an earlier game that Dark Portal Masters get their power from the darkness. So it's not their own power, they get it from the darkness. In the show, in Skylanders Academy, it's his own power, so he's a sorcerer. There's actually one from the Critical Role, the Critical Role rulebooks, which are on D&D Beyond. Rune Child Sorcerer. There you go. Or just go Summoner, like full Summoner with him. Like, you see what I mean? It's not that hard to... And a lot of the races in Skylanders, like, there's elves, there's, you know, trolls, which you could flavor as orcs. It wouldn't be that difficult to just flavor stuff to be like Skylanders. You just have to homebrew the setting. You wouldn't really even have to homebrew many monsters, honestly. But anyway, let's get started. I do like this opening theme song, the opening music. But, like, that's something I'm considering doing, is just doing a Skylanders excuse me, a Skylanders D&D campaign. Okay, so... Last time we defeated Spell Slamzer. I think Spell Slamzer is his name. Which is kind of a dumb name, but whatever. It's Skylanders. It's kind of to be expected at times.
The knowledge you seek is held within the heart.
Okay, yeah, actually here's him giving us the information again.
Into the living pages.
Which I don't think I can actually skip.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You mean we gotta read all this stuff? Isn't there a movie version?
Oh, you'll have to do more than read.
Interesting thing is that going by the IDW comics, Spell Slamzer wants Chaos to lose.
Well, I'm sure glad to be rid of...
Like, he wants Chaos to be defeated so he can make his own gambit for ruling Skylands.
Contains some of the most dangerous and valuable books that have
Sorry
ever
about
existed. Even if it's been abandoned, I have a feeling we might run into some trouble. Lucky for you, Mags is putting the finishing touches on the new and renovated shop, complete with friendly proprietor.
Yeah, but... Yeah, like, Skylanders D&D would not be that difficult. I think there's a YouTuber that did do it, but I can't find it anymore. So...
Why don't you have a look and stock up before we head out, Skylander?
Like, it really isn't that hard to adapt settings to D&D. And yes, we're using Stormblade. Like, by default, I tend to use Stormblade. Because I really like Stormblade. Like, there's cat people in D&D, so, you know, there you go, Tabaxi. Another reason is she's just really fast, so it's easy to move around the overworld with her. Okay, we got some new stuff. So yeah, we can have... Sparks is back, yay! She's just really fast, so it's a lot easier to, like, move with her.
Have you had a chance to see what we've got for sale? We get new deliveries and restock all the time, so make sure you check back often. Speaking of which, make sure you save any winged sapphires you come across. Those little babies get you discounts
Sparks
with me,
in this game?
Sharpfin's
He's actually been in the game since the
upgrades.
first one. The thing with the Sparks is he's actually been in the game the entire time. I mean, since the first game. He's just this little power-up. Like, he's a little power-up, though apparently they didn't keep that in this game. He's a little power-up, you place him there, and he starts fighting for you. That's how that works. Well, used to work. It doesn't work that way anymore, unfortunately.
Welcome back to the Academy store. What can I help you with?
Okay. That might actually be worth getting, making sure to buy that, but regardless, let's see what else we got here. Blaster Caster Sky Stone. I don't really care about the buying the Sky Stones. Soul Gem, Double Dare, Triple Happy. We don't have him, so no point. Yeah, okay, so we're probably just gonna end up buying that Wing and Sapphire unless there's something else here. Princess Hat. No. A peek into Chaos's secret diaries. Maybe? Fear Omelet. Thing is, we're gonna be getting... We've got those wishing stones. We're gonna get this, because, yeah, it's 500 gold, but that's it's a discount thing, so every time we buy anything now, it will be a percentage less. Yeah, I like using her to navigate around
Master Eon and the others are waiting for you. Good luck out there, Skylander.
the academy because she's she's really fast and can move fast, so it's easier to navigate the academy with a fast character. But yeah, there's cat people in Skylanders, so you know you got.
Are you ready for a new magical upgrade?
Okay, so we're gonna have to save up to get those, but where's the? There it is. I think we got wishing stones. Washbuckler, that's one of the Swap Force Skylanders. Hi, Trooper. Haven't missed anything yet. Bunny ears. I don't really like the hats. Like, I understand their power-ups, but I'm not a big fan of the hats. Oh, the, rake. Okay. Desert Crown, plus 25 to elemental power. I don't want to put that on her, but that might actually look cool on some characters. I tend to prefer cool factor when it comes to that stuff.
We know from Spell Slamser that the books we seek are somewhere in the halls of the ancients. But the hall is vast, and time grows short. Therefore, anyone who can possibly be spared from maintaining the Academy will be going on this mission to assist in finding these books. Chaos and the darkness threaten all of us.
Is he wearing a top hat?
This is the key to putting an end to their evil, for good.
Or is that like a projector?
I wish I
or
was
something?
as good at being as inspirational as that guy, but
Wanna
still it's hard to
save?
get excited about going to a library. Right, Hugo? Never mind.
Okay, yeah, let's go. I am seriously disappointed that Nintendo didn't let Bowser and Donkey Kong be cross-platform. I understand why, but I'm disappointed. I wish they just let the other ones get there.
This place is incredible.
I'll let them talk.
Look at all these books. I could stay in here forever.
Stay focused, Hugo. We're here for one thing, to figure out how to stop the darkness. And be careful. This is no ordinary library.
Come on, Callie. It's just a bunch of stupid, moldy books. It's the most boring quest ever.
Well, that did not go as you planned.
Gotcha.
You see? And that's why I don't read.
The Coming of the Darkness by Pumphrey LaFuzzbottom. Great job, Flynn! This is exactly what we're looking for.
It is? I mean, of course it is. You know, I gotta admit that first chapter really pulls you in.
Skylanders of the undead element are stronger in
Okay,
this zone.
undead
I think I found a
element,
book
time
about the
for
darkness.
Cinder.
But since this library is cursed, it might be best if you open it. There has got to be something within these pages that will give us a clue to stopping it. Have a look, Skylander, and be careful.
Yeah, so Skylander, we're going to go with Cinder.
Before
Because
creating
undead.
the portals, the ancients explored the universe using magical relics called rift engines. But in their haste to spread the light of Skylands to other worlds, they created a powerful rift engine that opened a door to a forbidden world and unleashed a destructive force into Skylands, the darkness.
Bolts and lightning.
Okay, yeah, that hat. The hats always look dumb.
Centuries later, in the age of the Portal Masters, the Skylanders had become the greatest champions
Okay,
the
so
world had
life
ever known.
element is strong here, which is weird. But okay, well, we'll switch over to camo. I guess the outside world is undead element, inside world is life. Okay. But Yeah, like I was saying, it wouldn't be that difficult to turn Skylanders into D&D. We're adventuring in a book, yes, and suddenly it's a
before their might. But the darkness was still out there, somewhere, laying in wait.
Yeah, gonna get...
Spitfire.
Yeah, that's, one of, what's her name? That's a friend of, Stormblade's, actually, like, I think probably her best friend, from what I can gather. Like, from what I can gather, she's his best friend.
Suddenly, tremors and aftershocks rumbled throughout the land. Some great evil was being conjured in the arcane keep of the Spellpunks. The devious Spellpunks had unearthed the very same cursed relic that had allowed the darkness into Skylands centuries ago. The Dark Rift Engine.
Yeah, I kind of wish that this was like they'd made a Skylanders game that was like this, because this a 2D platformer is actually kind of an interesting thing. Kind of an interesting take, honestly. Okay, is there something down here? No, there's not.
The Spellpunks had to be stopped before they could use its power to awaken the darkness.
Good thing that the fall does not actually you can take the fall just fine.
But the way to the Citadel had grown treacherous. Danger sprang from the shadows.
Better than most platformers that punish you harshly for bottom mistakes. Yeah, I kind of wish that they'd made a game like this, honestly. Yeah. Well, at their core, the Skylanders games are kids games. They're not supposed to be.
The Spellpunks were drawing magic from the Dark Rift Engine, feeding power to the darkness.
But yeah, I can agree with you. I kind of just wish that they'd done this with one of the games. Okay, we got a card. Oh, wait, no, I meant to put her in the deck.
Welcome contribution to the next upgrade. It is widely known that fairies only accept cold, hard cash.
Yeah, that's kind of the amusing thing is that... Well, the interesting thing is the fairies don't actually... It's weird. Basically, the fairies aren't actually taking money for...
The Skylanders fought their way through the danger, charging into the mouth of the Spellpunk Keep.
That green Spellpunk is healing the bad guys. You get him first.
But then, without warning, all of Skylands began to quake. And a wave of fear swept over the land as a great and terrible shadow erupted from the keep.
Why do these guys want to unleash the darkness?
Bellowed in a deep and malevolent voice. Behold, Skylands, I have returned. All shall fear and obey me. I am the darkness.
Interestingly, as Diveclops is implied to have been here originally when this happened.
I had always heard that it was the ancients who let the darkness into Skylands, but I've never heard about that Dark Rift engine. Still, we don't know how they managed to finally defeat it. We'll have to keep looking, Skylander. Maybe one of the others found something useful.
Hey, Skylander, look at this! You should try this. The Charge of the First Light Squadron. It's about an elite squad of fighter pilots who took on the overwhelming forces of evil. Looks pretty turbulent in there. Best if you summon a sky vehicle if you want to take a look.
Okay, that is going to be... Stormblade. I don't know if they were actually trying to summon the darkness or just trying to use the Dark Rift engine and it didn't work the way they expected it to and let the darkness back.
As the power of the darkness grew, the marauding forces that served it took control of the skies and terrorized the land. All hope seemed lost. Until a ragtag group of pilots was assembled with a single impossible goal: to hold back the encroaching evil and give the good people of Skylands a chance to escape to safety. This First Light Squadron took to the skies in defiance of all odds to meet this threat head-on. The darkness, underestimating our heroes, sent out a small group of fighters to crush them.
Destroy the mothership.
And was sorely disappointed. Enraged at the squadron's continued success, brought more of its armada into the battle. But the First Light Squadron was undeterred. These enemies, too, would fall before the righteous might of these brave pilots. Forces were relentless in their attack. But the First Light Squadron was determined to destroy the Dark Galleon and cripple the Armada once and for all.
You know, given Stormblade's personality, she's probably actually pretty happy about getting to play this. And not play this, getting to do this. Because it seems like the kind of thing she would want to be able to do. Double-edged hull. I think I've already... Isn't that the thing I already got?
Double-edged hull. Psi wing shell. Qatar wing. Double-edged hull.
Okay, I guess that was the thing. I guess somehow we got a double?
The First Light Squadron dispatched these foes with authority and continued their quest.
Invincibility.
But yeah, given her personality, I bet Stormblade is like probably having a bit of the time of her life right now. Because this does seem like the kind of adventure she'd be that would fit her to be happy about.
Was cunning and called forth the Dark Galleon to vanquish the squadron's hopes. Thus began the final charge of the First Light Squadron.
First Light Squadron. This honestly is a cool little background backstory detail. Also, this thing is actually kind of difficult to fight.
Invincibility.
Nice. Okay, now that's... I don't think something I actually had. Friction plate, armor... Okay, now that one I did not have.
Sky Slicer.
I do like the customization options. You know what, let's see what this looks.
Zero friction plate.
Okay, so that gives me more armor and more weight. I don't know what the weight
Double-edge hull
does, but that gives me better handling.
Zero friction plate.
Honestly, I think
Double-edge hull.
I think the double-edge hull looks better.
That's more like it.
The Armada of Darkness fell that day to a ragtag group of heroic pilots who refused to accept that their quest was impossible. Their courage would inspire all to rise up against the power of the darkness.
Now that was some serious flying. You see that, Skylander? The darkness isn't all powerful. It can be beaten. You should check with Flint. He might have found something useful. Hey, it's possible.
Okay, that was cool. That was honestly really fun. Okay, now I think, if I remember right, the undead element was what was higher here, so let's switch over to Cinder. That was really cool. Like, I like that we're doing, that's how this is being presented. Also, I don't particularly like the helmets. Like, I don't like the hats. I know they give power-ups, but I'm not a big fan of the hats. Okay.
I've never seen so many books in one place.
Hey, Skylander, you gotta see this book.
Ooh, okay. You know what? Maybe that'll look better. No, that just looks worse. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of the hat. I know the hats give you power-ups, but
will haunt you.
I don't like the hats. Well, actually, let's see what this one looks like.
Never looked better.
I mean, it's fitting because she's the princess of the underworld, but like none of the hats to me look good.
Becoming, isn't it?
Actually, no, that one fits her decently. Like, still doesn't entirely fit her, but at least it fits her head. Yeah, I've never really liked the hats. Like, I like the hats and the concept, but I don't really like it. One second. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I know the hats, like the hats are power-ups gameplay-wise. I just don't think they look good. Which, you know, is probably subjective. I just wish that they would have made them fit the Skylanders' heads better. Okay, now what's over here? I think I'm gonna have to switch to
You need a supercharger, Skylander.
I need to switch to Stormblade.
Supercharge.
Okay, I'm still gonna let Cinder have them. Because I do want to get Cinder up to the point. Why were these villains serving the darkness? Mindless thralls thinking they'll be spared if they would serve it. That is definitely a possibility. Another possibility is they just simply are like... The Dark Portal Masters in canon are said to basically be warlocks that made a deal with the darkness for power, so it might just simply be they made a deal with the devil.
What I am thinking for this tale is a sort of fable on the dangers of excess. So perhaps the hero discovers a secret room full of treasure. And not just some
the gameplay
treasure,
are
but a veritable cornucopia of coins and gold. But then, as they collect it, a metaphor arrives in the form of a crushing ball of covetousness.
Oh dear!
It chases the hero, destroying all in its wake.
I don't really have time to switch to his sunburn. Okay, yeah, don't really have time to switch to Sunburn, even though I'd kind of like to. And the pictures remind me of Star Chat boxes. Yeah, I can see that. I do like Eon's.
And then, you know, the hero escapes, a little richer, a little wiser. What do you think? Too highbrow?
I like it. That was fun. Okay, that might actually fit Cinder, assuming it fits her.
Isn't it?
Okay, yeah, I'll go with that. She's got a skull helmet now. That fits Cinder. But yeah, to me, that would be the most logical reason that people would follow the darkness. Is for, you know, power. Or to think they'll be spared if they survive.
Skylander, you gotta see this book!
1 second, Finn.
Looks like this one here talks about how the core of light got made to give the darkness the old beatdown. There's probably more inside, but I'm not really in a hurry to crack it open, if you know what I mean, because it's kind of cursed, but you go right ahead.
I like how he's just like, yeah, that...
The War of the Darkness had nearly been lost, as all of Skylands was being held in its terrible grip. But there was one chance. A mythical device built by the ancients to combat the darkness had been discovered. It was called the Core of Light. But finding its location...
Okay, Sunburn, you are up.
Roast and toast.
Dangerous mission of them all.
Skylanders of the tech element are stronger in
Okay,
this
tech
zone.
element then. Drobot, you go. And then...
Make and destroy.
Alright, I forgot about the pirate hat. I forgot that this guy came with a pirate hat. See, does this look any like... No, that still looks ridiculous on him. If this one fits him, though, then... Okay, that actually fits. Like, that actually genuinely fits him.
Level up.
Oh, good, a Winged Sapphire. That's really good. Okay, let's... Yeah, this hat actually fits Strobot because it's a helmet.
Knew the core of light would be its end, and so it attacked. Its dark power was beyond comprehension. It shattered mountains and bridges with casual disdain.
Okay, yeah, that's not something I can actually fight. Ow.
The darkness's rage was earth-shaking and all-consuming, for it knew that in order for its power to grow, the core of light must stay hidden. Undaunted, even in the face of this great evil, the Skylanders continued the quest.
Okay, Drobot, I'm not doing so good with him. Ow. Yeah, that is true. That would have fit better. Also, I am not doing very well here. 1 second, I actually ended up... There we go. Okay, it's not... For the record, I have a backup, I have backup tech Skylanders. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk... Okay, good food, food to power myself and heal.
It called forth its evil servants to do its terrible bidding. But they would fall before the Skylander like limp bundles of experience and treasure.
Of course, you like. I okay, do kind of find that comical that he actually specifically says that, but whatever.
But still found time to stop and collect great piles of treasures. The upgrades don't come cheap.
But yeah, it would have been better if it was fast, like a lot faster than it was, because it was not all that fast actually.
The darkness grew desperate. Again and again it attacked with renewed fury.
Level up.
Only to be turned back by the brave Skylanders.
I do like this. This is actually really cool. Like, just this idea.
And then, after a long journey, the lost citadel of the Portal Masters had been reached.
Sorry about that if you heard that. That was my wrist
The
cracking.
purity of the core of light had been found at last. But in the distance, the darkness raged on.
Wowzers! Looks like the darkness almost conquered Skylands back in the olden days until they used the trusty core of light. But it stopped right before the good part. I totally can't wait to find out what happens next. Maybe the one Mags found will have more info. Don't keep me in suspense!
Okay, well, what's this here, though? Okay, since Sunburn kind of got cheated out of treasure there.
Roast and toast.
Also, I love Sunburn's voice. Sunburn's voice is just... Okay, so I could have easily unlocked the thing right away, but... Okay, so that worked, and I get a power-up for it. Okay, this does not matter because I do not have either a light Skylander or a dark Skylander, so that doesn't really help me, but... Okay, so that's a water gate, so gonna need to use Dive Clops and his ship. Dive Bomber, I think is what it's called.
Dive Bomber. SuperChargers.
Honestly, I like these gameplay changes. Like, I like these little sections where the storybook sections where the gameplay is just completely different.
I'm not sure it'll help us much, but it's kind of a cool read. It's all about an evil Hydra monster. I've heard of that.
Yeah, the big bad of the first game was a Hydra.
Like a pet of some dark portal masters. Can you imagine that? It's like trying to housebreak a rabid honey badger. Not a good idea. Looks like you'll need a sea vehicle to read this one.
Yeah, funny thing with that is that,
Servants of the darkness were known for keeping a lethal menagerie of creatures and
that was actually
beasts.
Chaos's big
None
weapon
was
in the
more
first game.
terrifying than the multi-headed monstrosity known as the Hydra. The Hydra's appetite for both food and destruction was without limit. Dark portal masters, in an effort to appease their favorite pets, gathered all the food in Skylands and dropped it in the sea. The people, hungry and deprived of all sustenance, called on their heroes, the Skylanders, for aid. The Skylander, heedless of danger, dove into the shadowed and endless depths of the sea to face the Hydra. But the lair of this Hydra was fraught with peril, danger, and exploding proximity mines.
I like that. Fraught with danger and exploding proximity mines. Hydra's at the bottom, so... Still, I want to explore a bit. But yeah, I like these little mini games that have a different... that have a bit of a different gameplay style. They're fun. I mean, this one's really dark.
But the Hydra was not the only dangerous creature in this deep sea. ravenous Hydra hatchlings hid, coiled in the rocks, and would strike without warning.
If you didn't have a sieve... No, you wouldn't be stuck. You just... This is a bonus level. You just wouldn't... You just have to continue on normally. Like, I think there are multiple pathways depending on if you take the vehicle section or not. Okay, yeah, I don't think I can really get past that thing. Yeah, it's not clear if this is the same Hydra Chaos has. Like in the first game, that was his ultimate minion. He had a Hydra, which in Skylanders Academy he did have the Hydra, though it was much weaker. Like in comparison, the Hydra from the series is way weaker than the one in the first game by like an astronomical amount.
The fish of Foul Falls swam these waters briefly.
Like the Hydra in the first game was the final boss. Where in the series it was just a pet Chaos stole for his mother. Okay, I don't have that, but yeah, but if you didn't have a water vehicle, you'd just not be able to do this mini game, and you wouldn't be able to level up as a portal master as effectively. Yeah, that has always been something that Skylanders has had to struggle with because. Because by its very nature, it's toyetic. Like, that's the thing, is by nature, the Skylanders franchise is very toyetic. That's the point. Okay, yeah, this is not good.
Ever deeper into the abyss the Skylander traveled. But yeah, back to it, like, Skylanders would not be the hardest thing to adapt to D&D, with, like I mentioned before, because most of the, like, okay, the giants might be a bit difficult. The giants and like the Skylander descended into the lair of the Hydra. There was the pilfered food. Without hesitation, the Skylander snatched up the food. The sea crumbled and quaked as the Hydra woke. The heads of the Hydra lashed out in rage. The Skylander was cornered. Until a secret passage out of the lair was revealed. The Skylander sped away. This food was too important to risk. Faster and faster the Skylander swam. But the Hydra's speed was incredible.
Yeah, this is kind of...
It churned the water into a swirling foam, gaining and gaining on the Skylander. But just up ahead, that geyser, could it? It could!
You want the poor Hydra to starve?
The Hydra snapped at the jets of water in frustration. It had been robbed of its prize and vengeance. The Skylander returned the stolen food to the people of Skylands, thwarting this creature of darkness.
Interesting thing is, this might mean that the Hydra from the story is Chaos's Hydra from later.
Wouldn't that be something if we all ended up in a book someplace too? I bet the next book is gonna be even more exciting than this one. I think Hugo's finally managed to decide on one. You should go find him before he changes his mind.
Okay. All the beasts are complete. Okay, so get a power up. Okay, well, that's a land one, so we'll switch over to Terrapin.
Shark Tank.
Hey, only I terrorize sheep around here.
You're here. This book here is called To Light the Dark by Pomfrey LaFuzzbottom. I didn't read much, but it talks about using the core of light to fight the darkness. This could be the one.
Yeah, I think that if you didn't have access to all three, you'd still be able to finish.
Location of the core of light.
You need at least one.
But they soon realized that the ancients had never completed this great machine, a secret that to this day has been forgotten. But with the darkness closing in for the final blow, they had no choice. They would power up the core and risk everything in a final battle. And they would hope that even an incomplete core of light would be enough to keep the darkness at bay. The Skylander sped into action. There was only one chance. An all-out attack to drive the darkness toward the core itself. But the darkness would not go easily. The darkness laid snares and traps for the Skylander.
Yes, because an incomplete rocket can reach the moon. Well, it's all they have.
Not be halted. The darkness unleashed its full power. Its dark might seared the sky, tearing across the land. Their battle echoed across all Skylands, trading blows that shattered islands in their wake.
I do like the narration makes this really epic. So I kind of wish I had a brighter vehicle.
inch by inch it was pushed back.
Okay. Why does the darkness want to destroy everything? Lovecraft's monsters destroy the world by accident, not by simply being there. The thing is with the darkness is this thing being sapient is a new addition to this game.
With the core of light holding it at bay, it was forced to flee and hide in the deepest, darkest parts of Skylands once again. But for how long?
In fact, it's not even clear if the darkness in these stories is actually sentient at this point.
The secret to completing the core of light and unleashing its true power must be found. This will be my life's work.
So, okay, the core of light is evidently incomplete. Okay, so the thing with the darkness is the previous games kind of just showed it as sort of a force of nature. Like, it was this formless eldritch horror that, if the core of light is ever destroyed, will just engulf Skylands. Like, it being sapient is something that was not alluded to before. And I think depending on how you read it, it might not have been sapient prior to this, and it might have been... Like, there's some implications that Chaos, what he's doing with it, is what made it sapient. And before, it was sort of more mindless, or alien in its thing. So yeah, on the subject of it becoming kind of sapient, I'm not the hugest fan of that revelation. I kind of do prefer it to be sort of this mindless eldritch horror. Okay, okay, so light, vines, let's go with this.
Any ideas?
The Fuzzbottom!
What'd you call me?
Callie is right. You must seek out the author of that book. If any living being knows how to complete the core, it is Pumphrey LaFuzzbottom.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go find this Pom-Pom Fuzzy Bottom guy and turn this core of light into the most awesome weapon ever!
That's Tessa! She shouldn't be trying to fly in these skies, it's too dangerous!
Hopefully the bird broke her fall.
I think this was a character from Swap Force. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the idea that the darkness is like fully articulate and sentient. Because the previous games kind of just described it as this formless eldritch abomination. But I just read it as chaos actually is why it... Yeah, she kind of does, doesn't she? Okay, well, before we do that, I'm going to... Okay, so how much... I think he got enough to get a power up.
Roast and toast.
I love Sunburn. Sunburn's design is so cool. It angers me he never got a series 2.
Hello, Extremely, once again. So happy to dance with you, even in this time.
Okay. Dang it, I meant to get Phoenix Dash. Oh well. Still, this is very useful. Yeah, he can do that. Oh, cool! I got a Winged Sapphire. That's good. Might go his teleportation path this time. But anyway, let's see. Drobot got some stuff.
Make and destroy.
Yeah, she does kind of. But yeah, I kind of prefer the idea of the darkness being this shapeless eldritch,
Any place that you go, I
shapeless
can reach and bring
eldritch
you the magical
abomination.
upgrades.
Okay, let's do this. And let's take the blade gears. Knife Clubs really didn't get much, but Cinder did, so... And then Camo did, because I switched out of Stormblade almost immediately.
Hello, Extremely, once again. So happy to dance with you, even in this time of great turmoil and danger.
Let's take the Black Lightning.
Power is scary.
Yeah, and I think Camo got a good bit of stuff, so let's check him.
Root punch.
Okay, he only got, I don't think he actually got enough to do anything.
Any place that you go, I can reach and bring you the magical upgrades.
No, he did not. Unlimited power, yeah. Which, that's always been an interesting line to me, is that the whole unlimited power, like, yeah, people joke about it, but that was basically Palpatine saying checkmate. You know, because Anakin betraying the Jedi like that was basically, the moment that Palpatine won. And Palpatine knew that. Okay, so I can upgrade... I think I might have enough to upgrade both. Okay, so I don't need to have the specific supercharger that uses it to upgrade it, I just need a supercharger. Okay, I tend to find it more fragile than the others. So, that said, I am still going to switch to Stormblade, simply because Stormblade...
Supercharged.
Simply because Stormblade is the fastest, so she's easier to maneuver through here. It's Palpatine throwing off his mask and reveling in how powerful the Sith Lord he truly is. Yeah. Also, another thing if people forget about that is... Okay, his weapons are generally pretty good, so I'll go with upgrading the shield. Oh, I can upgrade both. Okay. But, yeah, that's the thing with Palpatine, actually, that... with that, is that is literally Palpatine just saying checkmate. And throwing off his mask because he knows he's won. He knows that Anakin betraying Windu is the reason that he won. It's game over for the Jedi.
Vehicle to enter this zone.
Jedi at that point.
Tessa, are you all right?
Why do you have a cowboy hat? Why do you have... What's going on? I don't understand the hats.
I'm fine, guys. Just a little shook up. And it wasn't Whisker's fault, Flynn. These skies are getting more dangerous by the minute. We had to evacuate all of Woodboro to get away from the Sky Eater. They're safe for now, so I decided to come here to help.
We'll take all the help we can get. Come on, let's get you up to speed.
Allow me. You see, Tessa.
Yeah, this has to be some sort of glitch.
This could take a while, Skylander. Why don't you go let Master Eon know that Tessa is okay?
I really don't know what this has to do with the Sky Eater, Flynn.
If you can understand why it eats the sky, you start to understand how to defeat it. You gotta get into your enemy's belly.
I see a silly hat at the office day.
Greetings, Portal Master. You have come far in your time here in Skylands, but there is much more to learn. Here is where you can access all things related to Portal Mastery.
Alright, I forgot that this is a thing that I can do.
Observe. Earning these emblems grants you Stardust, and Stardust will increase your Portal Master rank.
Okay, so yeah, just boosts you can get. I think that's just the number of Skylanders I have, powers, stats.
Here is where you can view your Portal Master. Continue on your path of courage, and soon you will ascend to our highest ranks. A grand adventure awaits you, Portal Master.
Master Eon, I found him! I found LaFuzzbottom! According to a passage in his final book, he planned to retire to the Gadfly Glades to work in solitude.
Well done, Hugo. Seek out Flynn when you are ready to leave.
Okay.
Why would an evil spa give you a refund? Did you even give them any money?
It's not the money, Tessa. It's the principle. You want me walking around principle-less? What would my fans say?
Gadfly Glades? That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I don't understand what's wrong with the hat.
You'll have a hard time tracking down a little worm fella. I better come with you.
Hey, look, if you want
This is one of the treasures I put. That might be
you
it.
don't have to make up excuses, Tessa. I totally get it.
You're so funny, Flynn. Let me just call Whiskers down and we'll be all set.
Oh, man, not Whiskers! All right, Skylander, you ready to go find Pom-Pom Fuzzy Bottom?
Yeah, and glad I know that we can that so long as we reach a chapter end, we can just stop. Because that does help significantly.
Good morning, everyone. Time to rise and be shiny. You're all looking quite sparkly today.
Who is she talking to?
Oh, I'm just talking to my collection. They get so lonely being on display with no one to see them. Wait, are you visitors? Look, I have Natty Bumppo's dinner plates, the Foot of Argus, 2 cursed Malifaux Sky Stones, spoiler alert, don't touch, an Earmint, original Roboto Ball, Blindbeard's left eye.
Actually, we're looking for someone. Pomfrey the Bookworm?
Oh, he's a super rare Mega Chase item, the founder of the Warrior Librarians of the Eternal Archives, only one in the entirety of the universe and beyond! But yeah, I totally just picked one up. I keep him on display.
That's awesome. Can we just borrow him?
Super rare Mega Chase item? This is a 1-to-1 climate-controlled, exact-perfect replica of his home in the Eternal Archives. He doesn't even know the difference.
Someone squish me!
And you want me to let you borrow him? Are you crazy pants? Confetti and cupcakes? Is that a real-for-life Skylander?
Maybe.
Are you a fire, water, air, earth, life, undead, tech, magic, light, dark, legendary, giant, swap force, trap team, or are you an elite? Tell you what I can do. If you guys can reach the case and free him before I stop you, Pomfrey is yours. But if you can't, I get to take the Skylander.
You're on.
Oh dear.
Flynn, are you
Oh yeah,
sure
did they not have the
this is a
rights to the
good
character
plan?
for some reason?
It's a little girl.
Maybe. She is a kind of looks like a cheetah.
Go! Oops! Did I forget to mention this part? Oh well, a deal's a deal.
What's important to keep in mind here is that this is no one's fault.
As promised by the great larvae of Bucket Valley, the hero of legends has arrived from the big out there to meet the challenge of the colossal trouble taker.
All hail, hero of legends! Number 235. Wait, are you saying 234 other heroes have tried this challenge and failed?
Oh yes, quite horribly. But don't be sad. They were given the honor of being collected.
Collect them all!
Oh.
Collect them all!
Okay, so this lady is...
Guys, when do you want to help me down from here?
Okay, this lady is crazy. I think it's an undead Skylander.
Cootie trap.
Yeah, undead. Let me switch tag Cinder in really quick. She'd make a perfect Portal Master. I mean, out of universe, yes. In universe, probably not. Okay, good. She leveled up.
How's it going down there?
Isn't there a Marvel supervillain? Like, isn't there a supervillain named the Collector that does something similar to this?
You must have a land vehicle to enter this zone.
Okay, we will do that. Terrafin, you're up.
Shark Tank.
I do like this character, even though if she's like, I'm finding it interesting fighting against her. So we'll.
Confetti and cupcakes! You come with a vehicle? That is so sparkly! Cookies of ginger, gum of bubbles! Shouldn't have come here looking for trouble! Want to see my bug collection? Careful! Some of them are poisonous! Just kidding! They're all poisonous!
Oh yeah, kinda. So it's kind of interesting because in terms of gameplay, it's meant to be more like Pokemon. Like, in terms of how a Portal Master and their Skylander, except, you know, they're sapient. Okay, it's kind of meant to be more like Pokemon, it's meant to be more like Digimon. Okay, that's actually a better comparison.
Double damage.
It's actually meant to be more like Digimon, between a Skylander and their Portal Master. That's kind of meant to be more of the relationship that is supposed to be existing. At least in universe. In universe, that's meant to be how it's kind of supposed to go.
You'll have to be faster than that to beat me, Skylander! Whee! Run as fast as you may, but you're going in a box and on display!
And that is a giant rabbit. Kind of ironic, because I'm not the big gotta catch 'em all sort of toy collector when it comes to Skylanders. No, you're tiny. Yeah, we are tiny. This giant rabbit would be over 10 times, several times that size. Yeah, that is true.
You're really taking these chase variants to new levels, Skylander!
Yeah, she's definitely a parody of the toy collector player who doesn't...
Stand
like, that doesn't, like, it kind of reminds me a bit of how Paul's a deconstruction of the metagamer, how this is kind of a deconstruction of the...
You weren't mint condition anyway!
The player who doesn't, like, in the lore of the games, the Portal Master and their Skylanders are supposed to be more, like I said, like Digimon, like, and partner, where they're meant to have this really close relationship and care about each other and everything. There's our obsessed with mint condition. Interesting enough, I'm a toy collector, and I'm actually... I don't really care about mint condition all that much.
I'll break you and put you back together!
Okay. Okay, who's strong here?
Skylanders are
Magic.
the magic
Okay,
element are
Spyro,
stronger
you're
in
up.
this
The main guy is now back.
zone.
Every bit helps.
You know, I'd question how she's here, but she's a... Okay, I must have collected a lot more than I thought I did with him. Okay, that's a more kind of important one. Okay, I can only have one of the two. The ram thing is kind of Spyro's entire shtick. Well, one of Spyro's entire shticks. Yeah, that's actually something... Okay, so I mentioned the possibility of like a D&D campaign. Like a Skylanders D&D style thing. I thought it'd be actually interesting is like to keep the whole Skylander and their like Portal Master thing. That would actually be interesting if like the player instead of sort of no, that'd be too complicated. It'd be better to just have... Okay, so how am I supposed to... Oh, okay, I see what I'm supposed to do. If, like that, you could do it that, you know, each player has multiple, like have them roll up multiple in them, but that seems too complicated. Okay, am I missing one? Okay, I did. Okay, now I can do this. And now he's got all of his base upgrades. And we'll go with... It's Mega Ram Spyro, so it's kind of his thing. It's kind of meant to be this variant of Spyro's thing, so...
Only a vehicle of the life element can enter this gate.
Eh.
Level up. Level up. Level up.
Okay, yeah, this is what happens when you take a level 1 character into a later level area and just start getting experience off, like... The interesting thing is, experience in this game does nothing except raise your health.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, there we go.
The Skylander approaches.
I'd shake your hand, but I'm afraid we're drowning.
Shake your hand, but I'm afraid. Wasn't there a game like this where? Yeah, that is true. I think it's basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, except it's the video game. I think it was called Grounded. I think.
Dive bomber. Supercharged.
You know what? I'm gonna see if my I'm taking. Long story short, after Dragonlance is over, my party is going to have me be the DM for a while, so our DM is not stuck as the forever DM and can actually play properly without having to have a DM PC. These guys are insane, aren't they?
Speed, and I don't have a neck.
Excuse me. Yeah, that was comical. I'd shake your hand, but I'm afraid I'm drowning.
This is the best thing that'll ever happen to me.
Oh, one would hope not.
Rescued by the Skylander, I'm like super rare. Okay.
something in your eye.
Well, we saved a bunch of people. And leveled up. One second. Okay, Garrets are worth more when driving a sky vehicle. I prefer flight. Okay, so we're in a water zone. Okay, apparently, yeah, okay. Also, let's go in there and see.
I hope you can rescue me again tomorrow.
This is the best Hero of Legends ever!
Oh,
So, let's say I was drowning again, and people wanted to watch you save me. What's your availability in that area?
Hey, they played my game of their own free will. They're legally mine.
I may not have lost my family someplace. Good thing I've collected
I
all
may or may
these
not
sky
have lost my
stones.
family's only good thing I collected all these sky stones.
Totally play a game of Sky Stones Overdrive with me. Wanna?
These guys are crazy. Well, okay. One second. Okay.
Your turn.
Okay, this might be a decent decision.
Lift lofter.
And so I'll have to use she'll have to use something with 3 on it to...
Threat pack. Your turn.
Okay. Well, that'd be a flat trade-off between the two of us. So that's probably the better choice in this situation.
The Gulper.
Or that happens and I take a ton of damage.
Overdrive ready.
What does my overdrive do? Okay, the Gulper is fairly easy for me to destroy.
Spotlight.
So let's do that.
Overdrive ready.
Which is 2 of the opponent's characters. Okay. And they destroy each other, and I'm losing badly.
Your turn.
Okay, well she can survive.
Calliope.
Okay, well that gives me at least an up.
Grave Clobber. Your turn.
Here's the game that will not shut up. I mean, that's fair. Okay, okay, there we go, that will help. Not as much as I wish it did, but it helps at least.
I scream. Your turn.
Okay, that will allow him to just straight up
scale.
Destroy that one, maybe. At least now we'll destroy each other next turn rather than this one. Or that one will just be played and destroy all my stones, and then I probably am going to lose.
Your turn.
I mean, I lose regardless.
Defeated.
Wow! I just beat the Skylander! I must be like super rare! Whee!
Okay, let's do a rematch and actually try to build my deck better. Okay. I think just everything is in my deck at the moment. Okay, now I have 61 Sky Stones. She doesn't really do any. I honestly think I have the best combination of stuff in my deck right now. Okay, let's try again. I want to see if I can beat her this time. I think this might be a good idea to start with, because yes, I take 2 damage, but it seems like always trying to beat one of their stones doesn't always work out.
Luminous. Your turn.
Okay.
Steam squirt.
Like, yeah, this is probably a better decision since it means that best I have to worry about 2 damage next turn.
Pain Yata.
Okay, those two will destroy each other.
Overdrive ready.
Okay, this guy is 6. Wait a second.
Blubberbeard.
I'm just gonna stick him right there, because this is actually a strategy that's working out better for me.
Overdrive ready. Your turn. Captain Bristlestash.
Okay, this strategy is definitely working better than the other one. Okay.
Steam Squirt.
Yeah, they destroyed each other, but that doesn't really help.
Your turn.
Okay, now is a good time
Bomber.
to put this thing in.
Victory.
Okay, that worked better. So, looks like trying to just match cards doesn't always work out. Okay, all the cards in their game direct attack at the end of their turn. There we go. Okay. Return a random enemy Skystone to its owner. This is total VIP selection.
I can't wait to tell everyone I lost the match to a real Skylander! I'm so lucky!
Okay, these guys are annoying. Hey, Wishstone. But yeah, I'm curious. I wonder if the rest of my party would actually be game for that. But yeah, I'm interested in doing that. Also, I didn't get to actually finish the D&D story on Wednesday, but basically in Dragonlance, you're fighting what's called a Greater Death Dragon. Okay, so it has a breath weapon called Cataclysmic Breath that is, you know, your typical dragon breath weapon, with the exception that it does necrotic damage and has some other nasty effects attached to it. And Aura of Life really helped the party in that situation.
Skylanders of the Earth element are stronger in this
Okay,
zone.
apparently it changed to be an Earth element. That's interesting. So we're going to switch over and use Terrafin now. Then, I guess.
Shark Tank. Supercharged.
Okay.
Level up.
Okay, another legendary treasure. But, yeah, basically the Aura of Life protected the party from that, because that dragon, it was basically an adult dragon. Like, that's basically what it was. It was like the equivalent of an adult dragon.
Oh, look at this! A rare encrusted weevil!
Toxic Tushy.
Okay, that is an interesting name. Okay. I asked if she's cheating, but I don't, by doing that, but I guess she doesn't care, probably. Tushy, you wonder what the writers or the editor or the marketing department were just done caring about that point. Maybe?
Yes! Let's go the distance!
Okay, but yeah, that was a big deal because it definitely helped the party a ton. And we are flying over a sheep.
Ah, don't go in the beehive! You're gonna get all messy!
A child doesn't change the rule when they're losing. Yeah, you got a point there. But yeah, child does tend to change the rules. And in this case, protect the queen.
Double fin diver.
Okay.
Terrafin.
That does handling.
Subterrane glider.
That does armor.
Double fin diver.
Acceleration and weight. I prefer this one because it's a tank. You know, it... Avenge the queen!
You're getting yourself all grubby trudging through that dirt. I need to get you all clean, sparkly, and ready for display. Bath time!
Skylanders of the water element are stronger in this zone.
Okay, back to Dive Club. She's right there, so I'm assuming we're almost done. So we might get to the end of this before, at the end of this chapter. I mean, the end before two.
Supercharged.
So we'll see. Where's the spray lamination of perfectly preserved toys? Okay, actually I can up... I got... I'm stuck stuck as a toy in one universe. I don't want to be stuck as one in both. Yeah, that is a apt. This gives me an upgrade to my weird eye water geyser thing. Okay, so we can either upgrade his torpedoes, or my sonar. Kind of prefer the sonar myself. Okay, so I can't upgrade any further. Okay, and... Alright, so that's how that works. Okay. Okay, yeah, he's definitely stronger.
Hello there, Skylander, hero of legends.
Okay, we're not actually going to be able to beat this.
The great flood is upon us. She has awakened the golden spigots of endless typhoonism. Guess we're not getting collected. Kind of a bummer.
You need to find a way to destroy those faucets, Skylander. Hurry, before this whole village is washed away.
Anyway, this is going to be where we'll end it. We'll pick up here next time. As soon as, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase.